What's up, guys? So this is day 3. I wanted to my biceps and lats feeling a lot better, so I want to try to pull up. Felt much better, not too much pain, still sore, so I think I'm gonna hold off on the pull-ups program. But I think a couple more days and I should be fresh. So again, I stayed away from doing a lot of bicep, so I wanted to just work my shoulders a bit. So here I'm doing some external rotation. This is with the minimum weight on the weight stack, so really just about the movement, or maybe I'm just weak, but anyway, so yeah. But these felt good. I think my shoulders have been relatively healthy. Like when I first started arm wrestling, I know a lot of people say they have shoulder problems. I think it was mostly my elbow, but my shoulders felt really good until I think I was pulling Dimitri in practice, and he was just holding me. On the left hand, I try to like move into a press while he was just stonewalling me at center, and I just felt something click on my front shoulder or his back. I don't even know what happened, but I think I get this weird like clicking in my left shoulder ever since. But besides that, my shoulders are good. I think my shoulders are pretty healthy. So yeah, I do I think 3 sets of these, about 15 reps. Again, sort of minimum, very lightweight. I tried it with a little bit more weight, but I don't think it's worth it. This is more like for the stretch, in my opinion. So let's see. So after this, I'll do some shoulder raises, and I am having to humble myself a lot because like the weights that I think I should be able to work with, I can't. So yeah, I had to learn that multiple times today. But again, this is just part of the process, and gotta stay patient and gotta be consistent. So when I do the thing that when I pull it up, when I'm doing these exercises, I think my form's pretty good, but the sideways, I don't know if I fully understand it. I mean, I think it's like, I don't think I was hurting, I don't think I was damaging anything, but I'm not sure if this is the right way to, like, I'm not sure if I should keep my elbow tucked or what, but anyways, so yeah, that's something to work on. Then I get into the shoulder raises, and this is something, like bodybuilding, like what I used to do with, like, the 10-pound dumbbells, like 3 sets of 12, with the 3 exercises, like front raises, and then lateral, and then what do you call that? But like the posterior delts. So I tried, and like it was too heavy. I couldn't do it. So like I had to pause a little bit, but I think I got through 1 set, and I was like, I can't do 3 sets of this. So I ended up lowering the weight to 5-pound dumbbells. Which, I mean, I don't know. It's definitely annoying to feel like so weak, but at the same time, I mean, it was a smart thing to do. So I'm glad I was able to adjust, and I am sort of doing all this on the fly. I don't have a workout program or anything, and I think for now that's probably for the best, because I've been off from the gym for so long. I'm not like, I don't understand my body that well in terms of how fast it takes for me to recover, and how much I can push, and how much weight I can move, and all this stuff. So at least for the first few weeks, I'm just gonna mostly just improvise, see how I feel, really, like, yeah, keep a flexible program, I guess. So these, yeah, I'm struggling a bit here. And the next clip, I think I switched to the 5-pounders. So yeah, I mean, I was listening to Bill Simmons' podcast while I was doing this. Haven't tuned into that for a while. It's fun. I mean, made me think about basketball a lot. So yeah, I mean, obviously, arm wrestling is great, but it did make me sort of wonder if I should have kept playing basketball. You know, like if I made the wrong choice and quitting the sport, and what that means in terms of, just how I view myself as an athlete, and like what I enjoy doing. Because I would say for a period of time, basketball was like the majority of my activity. So I mean, I went to school, but I was playing basketball, watching basketball, training for basketball all the time, and I was really, really, really in love with the sport. And no, I wasn't like, and I started late, so it wasn't like I was trying to be a professional player or anything. I started this in like high school, so, or maybe like 8th grade, but still, I was like really obsessed, and then things happened, just ended up just quitting it altogether. So I still think about that, whether or not I should have done it. Same with football, honestly. Although I didn't get into football as much as I did with basketball. Well, I mean, but I did well enough to walk onto the U of T football team, and then again I quit, and I'm not sure if that was the right decision, but so yeah, I mean, a lot of these thoughts I've been having, and we'll see how this goes. I hope I can get some of that, like just happiness that these things used to give me from arm wrestling. Which, I mean, I definitely enjoy arm wrestling, but it's not the same yet. So this is the second set. I was gonna do 3 sets of the shoulder raises, but it's too much pump, and I just decided to move on to some shoulder press. And man, I think I picked up like the 40s at the beginning, but like I said, I'm not ready for those. I just so weak. I had to move down to the 25. So these are the 25s. I think I do 10 reps, 3 sets of 10 reps, and by the third set I'm really, really struggling. I had to cheat a lot, but still just getting my muscles back into shape. A little bit of snatch there. It looks kind of goofy, but yeah, so I think I was gonna do the grippers, but well, we'll see. And then I did some wrist curls with the dumbbell, and then my forearms are so pumped. I was just like, I won't be able to get a good workout. So maybe tomorrow I'll put the grippers to use for the first time. So yeah, the shoulder press is okay. I mean, super light, so felt good. But and the thing is, I have an issue with my elbow, my left elbow, so it's hard for me to do a lot of pressing stuff. Because what happens is I think it's a tendon on my left elbow. It clicks over a bone or something when I like close my arm while I'm engaging my triceps. So bench press, shoulder press with the dumbbell is much better, but with the barbell it kills me, especially if it gets heavy. So here I'm doing wrist curls with the 35s. I was thinking about it while I was doing it, and I haven't really done it. Like, I've done it like a few times, but not that many times. And I think I'm definitely doing this wrong. I don't think I hurt myself or anything, but I think I watched some professional guys do it, and I think I should have started from the neutral to the actual curl position instead of going all the way with my wrist back. It just didn't feel. It just felt like such a small range of motion when I do it the way I just said. So I think that's why I wanted to. It felt better to do it this way, but not sure. But it doesn't look good, and gotta work on that. And I think I picked too much weight for me because it was 35 pounds, and I think with my wrist back, it's easy to curl it in, but past that neutral position, I think it's harder, so I should just focus on that range of motion and lower the weight next time probably. So, but again, so I'm just working these things out, so no worries. I think I get about 12 reps, just 12, 15 reps each arm, and again 3 sets of these. Yeah, I'm really kind of struggling here to find the balance of the dumbbell in my hands, because it feels like I'm cupping it, but I'm either cupping it like with a supinated sort of cup, or with just my first 2 fingers, if I'm with my top 2 fingers. So like I kind of want it to be just like more balanced, if that makes sense, but just something to work on as well. Yeah, definitely at first I thought it was kind of easy, but then I realized I kept lifting my forearm off the bench when I got past the neutral position, and I think that's just because it was actually I wasn't strong enough to do it with just my wrist. So like I said, I gotta lower the weight and try it with better form next time. But still, I mean, give me a good pump, and I think I think it's also fine if you do it this way. Like maybe not all the time, but like I think it works out your fingers and your wrist for sure, your forearm. So yeah, day 3 was pretty good. After this, I think I just do some leg raises to finish out the workout, but the arm wrestling portion of the workout is done after this. And yeah, so this one was a bit longer. It took me about an hour, and I am starting to get a little like annoyed with the whole moving the GoPro around for each exercise, but gotta stick to it. And I mean, you know, it's like I'm actually alone in the gym, which is great. Just coming in at 5 a.m. At least there aren't. It's not a commercial gym with just people all over the place. So I couldn't do it if it was like that. So try to come here when there's no one else here, and yeah. So yeah, I mean, going back to the basketball thing, I mean, it's just I feel when I was playing a lot of basketball, I would go like to I would go to the park and play like every night, right? And it was always like available for me most of the days. And the thing with arm wrestling is, I mean, it's just so hard to find people to arm wrestle me, right? And I tried really hard, like when I was in high school. That's when I started watching arm wrestling, like my senior year of high school, and then I was just like wanted to try all the techniques and everything, and always trying to get my friends to arm wrestle me, and they would just hate it because people don't view it as a sport. They just see it as like a measure of like strength, and they're like, oh well, we already know you're gonna beat me, so there's no point in doing it. So it's like so hard to meet people like who aren't into arm wrestling to arm wrestle you, and then the actual practices are, I think, like where I am, like there are really good practices every week, but at the same time it's once a week versus like basketball. I mean, football also is kind of like that, but at least like you practice every day during football season, right? So, but yeah, I mean, definitely a lot more focus on the gym aspect than the other 2 sports, at least from the way I've pursued those sports. Like I definitely worked out for basketball and football for sure, but I think there was a lot more balance there. I mean, I don't know how much I like the whole spending all my time in the gym and then just showing up to competition like every once in a while. It's definitely not my thing. I'm starting to realize. So we'll see. I mean, see if when the next practice is, see how I feel. Maybe bring my camera there and post a video as well. But yeah, so doing some leg raises, and the thing is, like I said, these are hard for me, but what's working super hard is my grip. There's something about those bars so hard to hold on to. So yeah, I think 3 sets of 12 of the leg raises, and then I'm done. Yeah. So again, it was a pretty good workout. I think tomorrow, I think my chest is still a little bit sore, but I can do some more. I can start using my biceps a little more, so maybe I'll do some curls with maybe some like pronation and like hand and wrist, sort of combined with bicep curls, and then maybe RDL, just to work my core again. So yeah, that's it for today. Again, thanks for watching, and hope to see you tomorrow.